Nobody does it better than the Watts Podcast Network.
Just that simple.
Just that simple.
And welcome to Are You Sure About That? Now, before we roll, let me remind folks where they at.
Mm-hmm.
This is the place where a thought, a feeling, a hunch, or maybe a might, and a kinda gets met with one burning question.
Are you sure about that?
Man, we gonna ask it.
Let's get it.
We gonna ask it. For those that cannot see in the studio, we got an addition to us this week. Very excited about it. So I will not hold tight on that before we get rolling, man. Let me introduce a very, very good friend of mine who's going to contribute to what we do so well.
Mm-hmm.
If you've listened to the first two episodes, if you haven't, stop, go listen to them. Or if you're already in here, finish this one and go review it. My bad. And then you'll see what we're trying to get down with, man. My man Myron Jones.
What's going on? What's going on?
Myron, what's up, man? Real quick, because I didn't want to butcher it. That's the only reason. Usually I would tell them your titles, where you're from too, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you at, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
I am Myron Jones. I am a Master Sergeant in the United States Army. I am born and raised originally in Detroit, Michigan. Just like your boy Rio over there.
Yes, sir. What up, though?
I've served 19 and a half, coming up on my 20 here in a few months. Yes, that time. That time go back quick, too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Currently, I am an instructor at the Non-Commissioned Officer Academy.
Okay.
So what I do is I take senior leaders who are getting ready to progress to the next rank, and I facilitate a course, a 2-week course, and get them ready for that. So
that's dope, man.
Blessings,
yeah,
man.
dog.
Blessings.
Hell
Thank you
yeah,
for
brother.
joining us,
Thank
G.
you for your service.
Also, for the
Appreciate it.
listeners, very
Of course,
special
brother.
moment, man. It's the first time I've shared space with Myron since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
we'll get into a little bit more of that, but just special for me. So let's jump into it, man. So first is like, I might ask you how you feeling. I might ask you where you at with it.
Yeah.
Today I'm gonna ask you, what's the word? Got any news to share? I want specific news to share. We have a guest in the building.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let the guest go first. Any news to share? Make it arbitrary, beautiful.
Well, like I just mentioned before, I am gearing up for retirement here this year. That's the best news I could come up with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me tell y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, 20 years is a long time to do anything.
That's real.
It's a real long time to be in the Army, military in general. I'm telling you, my knees are bad, my back is bad. Hey, man.
Carrying the weight of the nation.
Hey, look, man, I am in pain daily. But look, as long as they pay me for it, you know what I'm saying? Get down 100% VA when I get out.
I hear that, brother.
Hey,
all
heard
worth
that. Heard that.
I hear
Appreciate you, boss.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
congratulations,
I appreciate you,
man. Of
brother.
course,
Thank you so
man.
much, man.
How about you, 20? News to share.
Not really, man. I'm just excited, man, about life. This year is really turning out to be an aggressive year from the start, and not aggressive in a bad way. Aggressive as like, yeah, let's get it. You know, let's get it. Everybody's like, oh, this year gonna be my year. This year gonna be my year. You know, once I stopped saying that, that's when it started happening. So I'm like, it's weird. It's super weird. You know, but
it's like the meme where they walking up the books every year.
Exactly, brother. Exactly, brother.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like this year's been very aggressive, but I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. We got this new venture going on, and it's just amazing, man. It's a blessing, man. I feel the sun just touching me. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, brother.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, man.
What about you? Hold on, man. Don't do that. You see how you always, let's get to work.
Yeah, now let's work.
What about you, man?
Slick with
Shit.
No, man, news to share, man. I think I actually do have a few good things, cool things, but the thing I'm excited for most is that my son just turned 6 a little bit ago.
Sir.
And the news about that, though, outside of just generally being 6, is it's like the next transition into the molding of the person.
Yes,
and I
sir.
rock with him, the person, so much. So to see more of that, and for him the news is this. He's a reader, man.
Ooh, hey, listen,
Dog,
man. Oh,
to be reading to me, just saying things that he's seeing
good, man.
unprompted.
That's
Dog
good,
is,
brother.
and it's a thing. I'm not gonna get on the soapbox. I'm gonna put one foot on it, like Sam Adams, real quick, and say, that the literacy thing with young people, with all people
Trust
really,
me,
but
brother.
the literacy with
That's
young
good,
people
brother.
is scary right now. So like I was very earnest about it, but the kids are who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So just to see it, man, big news for me, dog.
That's awesome, brother.
Big news for me.
Congrats on that, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now let's get to work.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before we get to work, I just got to remind folks, let's center ourselves. Got to remind folks that we're going to talk about some things that you may have heard.
Mm-hmm.
High-level narratives.
Mm-hmm.
Could be myths.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, stereotypes. We're going to see what they talking about. See what they really talking about. So I'm going to lean it back to you, Myron. It's going to be a heavy, I don't know if you are afraid of
the conversation.
Yeah, like the beam.
I mean, you saying that make me a
spotlight.
little afraid.
Yeah, the spotlight.
Y'all two kind of
Man, listen.
Don't worry, man.
We're going
all
back
right.
to you. We're longtime friends.
That's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
We actually grew up together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I swear to God, my brother, you just listed off a bunch of beautiful things, accomplishments. I swear to God, we never talked about the Army. Not one goddamn time. He was coming up, dog.
All of a sudden, that nigga just left us. All of a sudden, he just left. Hey, what Myron at? Man, he owe me $50, man. That dude just enrolled, man.
It was definitely a spur of the moment decision.
Yeah, man. So like, walk me through just a little bit, man. Like,
what you
walk
go
me
through, man. Yeah,
like just
man.
that moment in time, if you can, briefly, man. Like, just talk
Of the
about
decision, of at least the decision that you
Decision,
made.
yeah.
I did attempt going to school.
Okay.
And it was my first time away from home, and I did go to school. And I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So essentially, the scholarship I was on, they revoked that. So I had to go home. And while I was home, I worked a couple 9-to-5 jobs or whatever. And me and our friend Ashley, we went back up to school like that next year. And I seen everybody still up there partying and having fun. It put me in a deep funk.
Yeah.
So when I got home from that weekend, my grandmother said, "Hey, some recruiter called the house for you, whatever." And so I just called him back, and I guess he was talking good because 13 days later,
God, don't they talk
13 days
good,
later,
dog?
I was on the plane to Fort Hill,
Don't
Oklahoma,
they talk
man.
good, dog?
Yeah.
Golly.
That's
Yeah, and it's
Venom.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it was only supposed to be a 2-year contract, but it could pay for my school, and I go back to school. But man, one thing turned to another. And here we are, like I said,
2 years turned to
19 and a half years later.
19.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yes, sir.
goodness,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Well, first of all, that's because ironically we are very close, but I never
Mhm.
because again, like that implication, like
Right.
it's implied that you're doing what you need to do. I trust you. All that stuff is built in. So it's like, oh, really? You just pivot and support. So I've never really asked you
Yeah.
what that was about, dog. I never asked him,
Yeah.
20, what that was about. But I do gotta. You know what I'm saying? It's not for nothing that Myron's on here. It's not for nothing that we're asking this question. So, like, your answer, one thing it does not give me, is patriotic. So, so the thing about like Black Americans, especially being unpatriotic, disengaged, man, where that's the thing. So I want to let me set that up. Let me set that up because early in the United States, you know what I'm saying, Black Americans were barred from service to start. So like, even though that's a thing that's said, and Myron's answer may substantiate.
Yeah.
Like the fact of the matter is that Black Americans were barred for certain branches and only allowed to serve in limited roles. So, for example, 1940, before
I was just about to say, I know you got the time date.
Yep. Black soldiers were not widely accepted into combat units and were restricted in numbers to resolve the population share.
Yeah.
And that's from the New York State Military Museum and Veterans Research Institute.
Right.
That's what they saying about them.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So let's talk about that a little bit, man. Let me ask you this, and for the listeners, watchers, viewers, me and 20 are going to be riffing here because we are outsiders looking in. So did you ever like see yourself as patriotic growing up? Like, you just gave me the answer of why, but like, did that ever start to click at any time? Was that part of the decision outside of that sweet talk? What's up?
Nah, it didn't play any part of my decision. Okay. It didn't play any part of my decision to stay in either, to be honest with you.
It's just they timing then, huh? It was a timing. They get you while you're down.
They called me at a good time, and then everything after that. I will say this. I'm saying, let me back up so I don't talk over myself. It has been very beneficial to my life and my family's life.
Oh, yeah.
So, but as far as being patriotic, like, I mean, I love the country I live in, but not enough to, right.
Yeah, I feel you. Listen, come on, dog.
Everything I do is for selfish reasons and selfish reasons only. So, yeah.
Heard that.
Okay.
Heard that.
I'm gonna dive into that in pretty much every question you can like jump in with too,
Yeah.
20. But like, So did you mainly see a lack of patriotism growing up? Is that why? Now I know where we come from.
Yeah.
But
No. It ain't even that. I'm just a black man that grew up in America, man. That's all. America is not, well, I mean, has not been and is not a place for the black man.
yeah.
Maybe
Black people.
we should air this after my dog retires. So I
Yeah,
want to
no.
Hey, look. Hey, look.
The paper's already signed, so
I'm
you
good
already
to go.
good. Yeah,
I'm good
okay,
to go.
all right,
Ain't no
good,
nigga
I don't
good,
even
good,
think you'd have
good.
agreed.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think you'd agree.
But to be honest with you, right, I'm not saying anything that's not known.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like I'm lying.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, America, the home of the free, but free for who?
So
It's not
you
for the
saw
black
that a lot in the military, like people more like-minded than you, or was it just like patriotic dogs up in there?
No, there are some patriotic people. There
Yeah.
are some patriotic people. There are some patriotic black men too, right?
Yeah.
And more power to them. Like I'm not going to speak for them. I'm
Mhm.
going to speak for myself and the people that I know feel the same way I feel.
What do you
yeah.
think the majority is? No, come on now.
So if I'm going off of experience, and just
Your
speaking about
experience,
black men,
exactly.
the majority they feel the same way I feel.
So
Yeah. I mean, you've heard the jokes. Black men joined the military for the Chargers and the Hellcats. Right.
Hey, listen, come on now.
They're not
Hey,
joined.
listen,
They're
come
not
on now.
joined. They're not
From
joined to go to Iraq. I'm sorry.
A young black boy from Carroll City, man. That was one of the only ways out. We had sports, we had military, we had jail.
Exactly.
Well, I had sports.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So I chose sports. So it was like one of those things where it's like, you like you said, like majority of our story is go to high school. Maybe we talk to somebody during career day or whatever the case may be. They come out, and then if it's a situation where maybe the college that we wanted to go to didn't come through, or maybe the sport that we wanted to play didn't come through, and it's like, yo, you got to get out here and do something.
Right.
You can't just be home on the couch. And we had, I'm sorry to say it, but our parents came up through a time where it's like, yo, you got to be out certain time.
Exactly.
It wasn't no stay here until you're ready to go.
There's
So
some
it
of
was
that
like
in there.
one of those situations where, they knew how real the world was, so they wanted us to prepare it. But also, we have to be able to jump out there without a net, too, as well. A lot of us didn't grow up with nets. So
No
it's one of
safety
those
nets for us.
situations where, hey, let me join the Army. This is something that they're saying they're going to guarantee me. I just got to go through this. They told me only 2 years.
Yeah.
And then, maybe I could come out and feel a little bit more respectable in the community, a little more respectable in the country.
Yeah.
And just the dreams, believing in the dreams. So it's like, that was my take on the, growing up in the military. And now, like, knowing you, Myron, I definitely have a different outlook on it. I definitely feel like I see the broader opportunity.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But back then when we were 18, 17, you couldn't really see too much opportunity back then.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. No, seriously. That's exactly what Jordan does on So About That. Whether her conversation is breaking down why nostalgia is a scam, figuring out if we're bad at relationships, or asking why activism has turned into a digital performance, this podcast is where culture, curiosity, and a little bit of side-eye come together. Hosted by Jordan Horror, So About That is for the thinkers, the overanalyzers, and the one who love a good debate over brunch. They're building community, challenging beliefs, and probably exposing a few contradictions of their own along the way. It's all love, though. Listen to So About That anywhere you get your podcast. Yeah, it wasn't clear. It wasn't clear. And so for me, it's interesting. Like, the interesting part of it is that the fact that my closest friend, like I've you know what I'm saying? Like my mom's dad, my granddad, Purple Heart, like highly respected.
Right.
Like, it was still nothing we talked about, like nothing that was brought to the table. My mom did not bring that to the table at all. So my closest friend being the one to do that, and it's still not crossing over in that way for me, except for, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? That's all.
Yeah.
Like, randomly I would text him, like I would see something like, are you good, man? You in the middle of that? You in the middle of that?
And I try to tell y'all all the time, like, if I don't hit y'all up, man, whatever's going on ain't got nothing to do with me.
Heard that.
Well, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, that's good. Let me
ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm gonna tie that together, because could it be that ain't have nothing to do with you mostly?
Yeah, well,
Coming at you mostly because you're not suitable for combat like they say we are. Because you're not suitable for leadership. They weren't gonna tell you.
Yeah.
You ain't no leader. What about that?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So it's not even that we're not suitable for leadership. We're not suitable for a certain type of leadership, right? So they look at the black man, right? So you have three different types of leadership. You have commissioned officers, you have warrant officers, you have non-commissioned officers, right? I'm a non-commissioned officer, right? And I am one level below the highest you can go as a non-commissioned officer. Now, when we talk about the leadership that you were referencing, right, that's them commissioned officers, right? That's what they look at as like, we're not good enough for. That requires the intellect, right, or the good critical thinking skills that they said that they said historically we lacked, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in the promotion race, right, if you go to Bloomberg.com, right, it'll tell you the disparity in the promotion race for black men versus the white man in regards to being promoted to those senior officer ranks. Right? It's a huge disparity.
What's the execution on those ranks, man? Like, what are they called? What are they called to do? Is it high combat? Is it high strategy? What are they called
Paper
to do?
pushers.
Huh.
Yeah, essentially. Let me take that back. I don't want my senior command officer to hear that part. But essentially, they're logistical. They're admin, right? They do all the signing or the typing of the MFRs or the memorandums and stuff like that. So, but when it comes to execution, right, completing the mission, taking the soldiers out, that's all not commissioned officer led.
Wow. Well, that's backed up.
Yeah.
That's backed up by history. Obviously, we got the famed Tuskegee Airmen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was early times that they were allowed to be efficient. But even during that time, they weren't even looked at to be qualified for that.
Yep.
And then you got the Buffalo Soldiers, who are also extremely, extremely efficient at combat. Again, you know, they have a much less heralded history than the Tuskegee Airmen. So, like, that's another one. So, it's just that sort of thing that I think about, bro, when you mention it. Like, what levels of leadership are we talking about? Because even at combat level, the execution doesn't equal leader. Like, led that charge, right? You just executed the charge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So when we speak about combat, because that's actually a really broad term, right? So my MOS, I am a air defender. So what that is, by trade, I operate and maintain a missile defense system. That's what I've done majority of my career, right? That is technically a combat MOS. That's technically a combat MOS, right? So it's a really broad term. Now, if we're talking about what you just said as far as like the execution, right? I operate and maintain that missile defense system. Just to give you a quick analogy, right? I reload those missiles after they're fired, right? I take that launching station and I move it from point A to point B. But however, the person in charge of firing that missile on the target that's identified to be fired upon is those officers, those commissioned officers, right?
Wow.
And those are those senior leadership ranks that we're talking about.
Jones,
Exactly, right? So you got them non-commissioned officers, myself, right? We're downrange. We're good enough to load those missiles, move those stations, power up those stations, like actually out in the fight, right? Yeah. But then you have those senior officers, those commissioned officers in the van, 180 meters plus behind the firing line. Yeah. They just get to press the button.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, so that's the difference between the execution on their side versus our execution. Yeah.
Wow. That makes me, I pivot in a quick way. Yeah. Because that makes me think of something. That makes me think. And it's going to get a little bit dark.
Okay.
A little bit darker.
Darker than me?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to make sure. Remember they used to call me Wesley?
Can we fix the lighting on
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
My thing with that, because we've gotten to, we hit the home run.
Dude, this is crazy. I'm over here.
I know, this is education. This is education.
Yeah, this is beyond that.
We hit the home run stereotype.
Yeah.
The transactional relationship between black men in the military.
Yeah.
We hit that.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yep.
I got a question for you, dog.
Okay.
With the lack of patriotism and knowing like that scenario, does it help you sleep at night that it's transactional when you're reloading like because you're talking to somebody like me that just to set a clearer stage, like I'm in the middle of civilian understanding, right?
Yeah.
And so I have to make a rational judgment or level of judgment to say this is okay or not okay, like on a very basic level, like, you know what I'm saying? I have to make that. And what we hear a lot is, you know, empire, bomb, boom, boom, boom. And then I got like my homeboy saying, yeah, I'm in charge of making sure they load that missile back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know
Right.
you're not pressing the button, but the fact that your job is, man, reload that thing, reload that thing,
Yeah.
reload that thing. I know you as a person.
Right.
So I'm like, is the fact that they cutting that good check
Yeah.
and you don't got no relationship to pay the patriotism mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that part of the soothing?
So first of all, the check ain't that good. I just want to
Oh my
make sure
God.
y'all understand that.
Oh,
No, that's
yeah,
good to know. That's good for the young, for
Yeah,
real,
they
for the
good.
young black
Okay.
man.
It ain't that
And,
good. But the
Just
benefits,
thinking about going.
yeah.
The benefits is
the
what
benefits is
what
where it's
pays.
at, right?
Okay.
But and I want to amend something I said earlier when I said everything I do is for selfish reasons only.
Yeah.
I was applying that to being patriotic, right? But at some point in your career, or at least in my career, the things you do are for the people that you serve with.
I was just about to say, there's
Right. So
I got that from you, Myron.
what I'm
I
saying?
feel what you were saying because
Yeah.
I'm like, if you in that foxhole with motherfuckers, bro,
yeah, exactly.
like you feel that, bro. You feel that presence. It ain't nothing like being in the moment with someone and going through something with someone and having that experience with someone because that's something, not no race, not
Right.
no gender, not
Yeah.
nothing that's going to change. That experience is the ultimate teacher. So
Exactly.
I felt you when you said selfish reason, but I already knew that it's some kind of if you was in the alley and you got a dog fight, you got people that's got your back and you
Exactly.
got their back.
Yeah. So when it comes to having to reload those missiles,
Mhm.
I'm not doing it because I'm so patriotic and I am an agent of the United States
Mhm.
Empire, right?
Mhm.
Right. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with me
Keeping
and
those
20 in this
people safe.
foxhole,
Yeah,
and that's a threat.
yeah,
And that threat is a direct threat to us because we're in this AO
yeah,
area of operation.
yeah.
So I'm going to reload that missile, and you're going to take out that threat. So me and him both can get back home to our,
To our
family.
families. Yeah.
So that's essentially what it is.
That's beautiful.
Yo, just
No.
Hey, listen, man. That's
I've
bro.
earned
Come
that.
on,
I've
man.
earned that. I've earned that laugh. I've earned that laugh. I mean it. That is a great way to think about it because
Yeah.
that element, like so many other things on the sterile highway of social media, is
Mhm.
removed.
Yeah,
Like at the end of it, and maybe the
Uh-huh.
middle and beginning, if you're watching the whole movie,
yeah,
the people that you're in proximity with, who you lined up with, are the influence.
Exactly.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So let's like cut that crap.
yeah.
But I also I'll be remiss to be like, tired of lazy thinking about life, career, faith, politics, and brotherhood. Built Different with Keith Ben is where real conversations happen. No professors, just students of life bringing authenticity, vulnerability, and growth to the table. If you're ready for better thinking, you were built different. Listen to Built Different anywhere you get your podcasts.
You know, the funny thing about that, just to lighten the situation up, is that when I think of black people in the military, I think of Cookie from Men of Honor or Cookie. Like how they treat, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Denzel and, you know what I'm saying? What was that? Under Siege, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that was my approach to it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was never a situation where we've got good representation of it, man. Look, I came up in an era where we had dead presidents, and that was one of the ones that flooded the hood, bro. So it's like looking at it like that and seeing the truth of what the military has actually done to our fathers and our grandfathers and our great grandfathers, bro. And it was hard for me to look at it in a positive way, regardless of being patriotic. Like I love that, the country that I'm living, but when it came to the Army and joining the Army, it was just things like Muhammad Ali, the draft,
Right.
these things the separation of black families, these things they were paid a important way in me thinking about the military and the Army.
And you know what? And they aren't wrong, right? They aren't wrong. And some people, and I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. Some people are fortunate enough where they can make those decisions.
Right.
I wasn't one of those people.
Right.
A lot of us aren't one of those people.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the military, for all its flaws and negativity, again, like I said before, is very beneficial. Right.
But it didn't change the racism that you experienced.
It didn't, and I would have experienced that everywhere.
But it didn't
Right.
change their race.
I would have experienced that everywhere. Right. I've experienced that walking down the street. I experienced that going to the grocery store. Right. At least now.
Was it more than you expected though?
It's very subtle. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's more than expected because it's hard to identify if you don't know what you're looking for.
Looking for it.
It's very systemic.
Yeah.
Very systemic, right? DEI, right? DEI. That's the hot topic, right? The Army instituted DEI programs well before it was a hot talking point in the civilian sector.
Yeah.
Right. But it was needed because a lot of the senior leader promotions, NCO or commissioned officers are decentralized. And what that means is they take a packet, they look at the packet, okay, this person is selected for promotion. But what they found was that a lot of people were getting passed over for promotion because of unconscious biases. So they see a black face or a black name or a certain gender.
So all the stuff we just talked about.
Exactly. So what they did was, and this was 2016, 2017. So what they did was they removed all identifying demographic information from that packet. So all they see is your resume, your rank, and your time of service. And that's how they started to promote people.
Yeah.
Right. Which is one of those good things, right? Like there are programs that the Army's trying to get better. The military is trying to get better. Right. But again, it is a good old boys club. It's just historically what it is. So
yeah, I get that. I mean, I
Can't
received
fight
that.
that,
I
bro.
received
Can't
that,
fight
and that is stone cold fact
Hell
coming
yeah, thank
from
you for this, bro.
experience.
Thank you for this.
I will say that one other thing that I got pulled from that information is literally everything happens first in the arms. You got like iPads first, lasers, DEI, like doing the right thing. Like we gonna test doing the right thing by somebody in the military.
And you know what? We gonna take it away from the military first. Too.
Exactly. Like golly, that's
it's
just
a microcosm
crazy.
of society.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whatever's happening in the
That's all it
military is going to happen in society.
Just hearing all the shit he's saying, like how many levels and stations and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
No wonder the funds is. No wonder they taking all the funds.
No wonder they're stripping us of the funds,
I
man.
just
No,
wish they took some of that and put it in my pocket.
Oh,
bro.
of
You know,
course,
it is
brother.
what it is, right?
man.
Don't worry,
All
they
right.
got some. They got some.
Yeah.
They got some, look. I just want to thank you, dog. I want to
Yeah,
thank
sure.
you so much for coming on and sharing candidly. Very important. Especially for the audience, for the listeners, for educating me, myself,
And me too as well, brother.
and 20 as well on the ins and outs and the goods, not so goods, and in between the things that are still permeating, man. So we got it growing out of retention and people being rejected to seeing success and it not being named that to maybe it becoming transactional to get something out the deal. You feel what I'm saying? To you still feel discrimination, but the subtleties of it, man. So
Moral dissonance.
Moral dissonance. That's what y'all call it in there?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Moral
in general.
dissonance. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like cognitive dissonance, it's just moral dissonance.
Can you before we get out of here, can you leave us with one thing that with all the things that we've covered, you wanna make sure you're
that you
stamping?
cover?
Yeah, like that you stamp.
Look, man. Mario said it. I up and just left. I was 19, right? I will say the military has shaped me into the man I am today. Good, bad, or indifferent, right? I've experienced a lot, good, bad, or indifferent, right? And I've taken a lot, good, bad, or indifferent. So at the end of this 20 years, who I am now, I'm proud of that, right? And I guess I do have them to thank for it.
Would you recommend it, nigga?
Get with me offline. So
I got you.
Some harsh truth.
Hey, hit that dome. Hey,
I don't want to give no endorsement right now.
You want to know? Hit that dome.
You know me, dog. Yeah, come to the dome. Come to the dome, and we'll tell you all about it.
Listen, dog. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So with that said, we got Black Americans didn't serve or don't care about the country.
Yeah.
We got Black service members were thought to be incapable of frontline or command roles. We got Black enlistment is purely for economic benefit. And we got, even when Black Americans enlist, racism is still around.
Hey, man.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, man. Hey, this one of the ones.
This
I'm
one of
like,
the ones we like, yeah, we sure about that. Yeah, we sure. For sure.
Hey, man, thank y'all for listening this week, man. Thank you again to Myron. You can check him out in places. I don't know if he back to civilian life. I don't know if he really wants to touch the civilian life.
This
You know
Western
what I'm
life.
saying? But go ahead and follow, subscribe, or follow or like Watts Podcast Network. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Do it up now. Like do it right now. Like you know that thing when you like, man, I should. And if you don't do it now, you won't do it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
remember.
telling you. Do it now. 5 stars right now. You won't even remember that you did it, but we will.
Yeah.
Leave a review. scroll to the bottom, write it, tell me what you think. I know what you're thinking
You
right
know
now.
exactly what
and
I'm
I love
thinking,
you for
bro.
that. I love you for that.
That's why we're such good friends, bro. You know exactly what I'm
Join the community. You see, Myron is in my community. You feel what I'm saying? So join this type of community, this raw, candid, loving, kindness, but straightforward community, man. Go
Yes,
to the
sir.
website. Always plugging. watchproductions.com/podcast to see what else is going on this beautiful network with this beautiful production company that we are blessed to be a part of. Watts Dome at Patreon. We're going to see if Myron tells me to join the
See if
military.
Myron gonna join that dome. You feel me?
Come holler at me. I'll tell you what's up.
On Patreon. And then share it.
Yeah,
Share-
man.
No, real talk. This one, share with people that really could be influenced in either direction,
man.
dog.
Either direction.
Either direction. Share
Either
that out.
direction.
20. I said that. Do you have anything to say?
No, man, that's true. Like I feel like it's too late for me. But yeah, man, you helped me out, man. Like I said, I was really more on the negative side, but just listening to you, Myron, and actually watching your growth within the last 5 years. Yeah, man, I can see how it is what you get out of it,
Yep.
and it is what you put into it.
Yep.
So if that's a route that anybody that's watching this show think they need to go, just don't half-ass it. You know, you don't have to be a patriot to be a good soldier type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So
All right, then. That's that. I won't make any comment on nothing like that. We'll check y'all next time.